Hey guys, Devin Hughes here with EXP, and today we're talking about 5 common myths surrounding a VA loan. So I'm at my computer today doing this video because there's a little bit of math involved. Don't get scared, it's easy math and I did it for you. So that's the reason I'm not standing. It doesn't mean I'm any less hyped because now the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl. And yet another reason to come on down to Tampa, move on down here. We have 3 excellent teams. We got the Rays that went to the World Series, the Lightning won the Stanley Cup, and the Bucks in the Super Bowl at home for the first time in NFL history. We're talking about the VA loan today, so if you are prior military, active duty, retired, or in any way able and eligible for a VA loan, definitely pay attention. While you're here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and that little bell so that you can see when I post videos just like this. Without further ado, I am going to remove my face from your screen and throw up my computer screen and go over those 5 common myths. These are just some things I've heard in the past. One myth is that the benefit has an expiration date, and that's not true at all. You need excellent credit. You can only use it one time. You can only have one active loan at a time, or you can buy a house with 0 cash, which generally speaking isn't true. Just to clarify on the first 2, the benefit does not have an expiration date. Once you qualify for it, it is yours for the rest of your life. The excellent credit, that's going to vary based on the lender. Your credit could be as low as 580 to 620 and you would still get approved. It may not be for the best rate, so that takes us on to the 3rd myth where I have a little more information. So how many times can I use it? You can use it as many times as you want. The only difference is the cost of the funding fee, and that's something that's usually rolled into the cost of the loan at closing. But you can pay that up front if you want it to reduce your overall payment and your loan amount. You can see here the purchase and construction loans with no down payment. The first time you use it is a 2.3% funding fee. If you put down 5 to 10%, that goes down. If you put down 10% or more, it goes down even further. This here is a subsequent use. After you use it the first time and you get that 2.3 or less if you have a down payment, then it does get a little more expensive at 3.6. But all you have to do is come up with 5% down, and that number goes down to 1.65, which is a steal when you consider that with 5% down on any other loan product, you're paying mortgage insurance, you're paying PMI, which is probably going to amount to more each month than that 1.65. In addition to this, the funding fee is actually waived altogether for anyone that has 10% disability or more. If you separated and the VA rated you at 10% disabled, this whole slide, this funding fee, doesn't matter. You don't pay it, it's all waived. The next one is a huge one. So owning multiple homes with VA loans. This one is where the math comes in. The typical county loan limit is $548,250. The VA backs 25% of that total amount. So 25% of $548,250 is $137,062.50. Now granted, this only applies now, ever since January of 2020, if you have more than one or if you defaulted on a VA loan in the past. If you have VA loan eligibility and you currently have your entire entitlement, there is no loan limit. You can borrow as much as the bank will let you, and that's based on your credit worthiness. It's definitely something to talk more to your lender about, but just know that this loan limit talk doesn't apply to you unless you plan to own more than one property at a time in the future. Maybe you want to rent out the next one you buy and use it again. So an example of the breakdown, let's say you currently own a home that you bought with a VA loan for $250,000. 25% of that $250,000 is $62,500. So subtract that $62,500 from $137,062.50, and that leaves you with $74,562.50. These are a lot of numbers I'm throwing out, I understand, but it'll all make sense in a minute when I bring it all together. So based on that $74,500-ish number, that is 25% of $298,250. Are you following? So now you can purchase a home at that price without a down payment. If you want to go over that $298,250, you would need a down payment of 25% of whatever the difference is. So for example, in this same situation, if you wanted to buy a $350,000 home, subtract that $298,250 from that, and the difference is $51,750. 25% of the difference in this particular circumstance is $12,937.50. So that is the down payment you would have to come up with in order to have a second home purchased with a VA loan at those prices. Beyond having multiple homes, let's say you're just, it's your first time using the VA loan, you're a first time home buyer, or whatever your situation may be, there are other costs associated with purchasing a home beyond the down payment. So zero down doesn't mean you don't need money. Some of the additional costs that come with buying a house is an earnest money deposit. This is a cash deposit that shows good faith to the seller and shows that you have some skin in the game. And traditionally, it's around 1% of the purchase price. The inspection costs vary based on the inspector and the size of the home, but you can typically range between $400 and $1,000. Appraisal cost also varies, but that's usually paid at closing as long as the home that got appraised is the one that's finally purchased. If it falls out of contract after you have the appraisal, then you would have to pay that, and that's something that your lender would end up charging to any credit card that you put on file when they order the appraisal. General closing costs and prepaids, the rule of thumb is 2 to 3% of what you're borrowing. But always verify that with your lender because the numbers could be different. So I know I went through that kind of quickly, and it's not all encompassing. This isn't VA loan 101. It's just some myths that I've heard throughout my travels. I've used a VA loan myself a number of times, and these are some things I didn't know, especially the owning multiple homes part. It's so common that it's just widely believed that you can only own one home with a VA loan. If you know of any widely believed things about this process, leave them in the comments. Let me see them. I certainly didn't cover everything, and I would love to be able to help more and clear anything else up. If I don't know the answer, I'll go to one of my preferred lenders and they will definitely have it. A key takeaway here is to make sure that when you're working with a lender, they have the experience and knowledge behind this product. The last thing you want is to put the purchase of your dream home in the hands of someone that doesn't know what they're doing. So if you need any help finding a lender, hit me up. My preferred lenders are very experienced with it. Here, we're close to MacDill. We have a lot of military, buys a lot of houses, and I love helping them do that. So I'm gonna leave my number and contact information in the description below, and I'm also gonna post it right here. So if you need to get in touch with me, if you have any questions at all, I'm happy to help. I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments section and any input you have. So go Bucks, let's win this Super Bowl, bring a second ring home, and as always, let's kill it.